Welcome to the Ganmain Sports Ground.
This game today is in tribute of a great clubman, Laurie Quinn.
Yeah, terrific fellow. Be sorely missed by all in our club.
Yes, he was loved his footy, and he was very in favour of what we're doing here with these live streams. When he spending his last few years up at Allowar and Coolaman, he was always keen to have that live stream there. So if he couldn't get to the game, he could sit and watch his beloved Lions play football. Also today, a significant tribute to Jack Sussay, lining up for his 100th first grade game for the Lions. Started back in 2016 as a 16-year-old, and had a couple of misses there with injuries and trips overseas. But yeah, great privilege to see Jack run out for his 100th game, and also running out in his beloved Magpies jumper. So all the best to Jack Sussay today. As we look at the start of this game shortly, and there's been some big changes in the RFL Football League for this season. There's been over 60 players have left the league, and about 40 players come in, and Coolaman's probably one club in the competition that's had the biggest turnover. They've had about 30 players leave the competition, so today they've got about 10 debutants in their side. So if we get a little bit confused there at times, I do apologise till we sort of get familiar with their new faces. And for the Lions today, they've got one new debutant, Jack Powell, is lining up for the Lions today in his first game, wearing number 7. Ainsley Junior and player, played in the NEFL with Sam Martin, also with Griffith and Narandra, and he'll be an added addition to the Lions team today. There's some big matchups there. It'd be interesting to see how Coolaman's 2 recruits from Sydney go. Tim Coonan playing at centre half back there, very strong. He'll probably take the match up on Tom Venezuelos, who's returned for the Lions again in 2024. And also Baden Hodgson playing in the centre there for Coolaman. Ben Hodgson, sorry.
Ben Hodgson, yep.
Playing on the midfield and up forward for the Coolaman Hoppers. And he'll probably have most of the contest there today with the likes of Jack Powell through that midfield. So some interesting contests there at the ground today. Up forward, looking at young Seb Hamlin there lining up at full forward, and Nick Buchanan full back for Coolaman. So there'll be a good tussle there. And then Ben Walsh lining up across centre half back, playing on Dylan Cook's brother, Flynn Cook. So it'll be interesting to see how that contest goes, Ben.
Yeah, no, that'll be good. And up the other end, I'm pretty sure that Josh Walsh will take Joe Redfern in.
Yeah, another big matchup. Yes,
in Coolaman's forward line.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, obviously Coolaman's got a lot of. I think they've got 10 debutants and quite a few young boys making their first grade debut. So we wish them all the best today, and we'll try and get through their names as they take possession of the ball. There's quite a few, and a couple of new familiar local names back at Coolaman. Ash Hard comes back from East Wagga, and yeah, no, very much looking forward to the contest, and it should be pretty physical for the first 5 minutes, and till the game settles down. So we're looking forward to it very much.
Yes, earlier games today, I think in the juniors it was a clean sweep for the Lions, under 11s, under 13s. A good match here earlier in the day in the under 15s. Ganmain being victorious. The under 17s was pretty evenly contested game, but the Lions come out on top 65-19, and then reserve grade just completed. Yeah, it was another game pretty well contested, and the Lions overcome the Hoppers on that occasion 87-33. Looks like the Lions will be kicking to the road end to start this game. Umpires today is Nathan Brooks and Joel Fairman. I'm not quite sure the name of the third umpire, but we'll endeavour to find that one out. He's done a lot of AFLW umpiring this year.
Yeah, massive crowd here today, Drew. They're parked three blocks away apparently, and yeah, can't get any more cars in here today. It's country footy is not dead.
Yes, a good roll up, Ben. Yeah.
Yeah, there's two proud clubs in there. Yeah, they've come out to support their teams in round 1. fantastic.
So umpire Nathan Brooks, not too far away. So there's a bit of a breeze coming from the southwest. Dan Foley for the Lions and Ledson for Coolman in the ruck. Foley taps it down and the ball's held up there. Umpire will ball it up again. In the midfield there for the Lions, Tommy Quinn, Jack Powell and Aaron Proctor. Ball's on the ground there. Very tight there. Jack Powell's wrapped up in a tackle by Alistair Clark. Ledson gets that one forward for Coolman. Jack Powell dives forward, gets a hand pass forward, picked up by Cooper McKelvey. Bursts into the forward line, kicks one low. Punched by Kirkman. Gathered by Ben Walsh. Gets a handball over the top. Gathered by McCauley for Coolman. He drops it. Play on, says the umpire. And a snap-on goal there by Campbell Matley. Goes through from behind. The first score of the game for Coolman.
Pretty hot out there today too. I hope all the players are well hydrated because it's nice and hot conditions. Not a cloud in the sky. Perfect for football.
Sam Martin to bring this ball in. Goes short. Finds Jack Sussay. Gets his handball back to Sam Martin. Goes wide to the wing. Far wing. Looking for Jack Powell. Finds him on that far wing. Sam and Jack played together at the Canberra Demons.
There's Powell out on the far wing. Short little pass in there. Finds Jesse Lander. Lander off to Burhop. Burhop back in. Proctor's tackle without the ball. He's got the free kick too. They better give it back quick. Aaron Proctor had a big pre-season. Pretty fit. There it in, drives it in. Right into full forward there. Looking for the big punch away there from Coolman. Tommy Quinn's tackle well. There, Jack McKegg swings it over his shoulder, drives it in forward there now. Oh, punched away by the big ruckman Ledson. He's new to Coolman this year. Aidan Ledson, he's a big man there, but it's rushed through for a behind for the Lions.
So Tim Coonan to bring it in for the Hoppers. He's going to come to the broadcast side. And he finds his mate Ben Hodgson there. Under this is Josh Walsh, but over the back is Redfern. Ball's on the ground there. Kicked low by Jack Rudd, and it's out of bounds in front of the Coolman box. Forced over the line.
Boundary umpire to throw it in. Foley versus Ledson. Foley in front. Ever goes over the back. Proctor gets tackled hard. And he's been pinged there, Proctor. Braden Glide, is it? Yep.
Yep.
Glide drives it to centre half forward there now for Coolman. On the balls on the ground, scrapped around there. Umpire calls it getting pretty scrappy. No flowing play yet.
Nick Buchanan lining up in the forward line for Coolman, one we probably didn't pick, but let out for that one. It's picked up by Burhop, out to Ben Walsh. He goes wide and finds Connor Krebser on that far wing. He comes inside and finds Jesse Lander. Marks the ball there. He quickly plays on and goes wide, looking for Jack McKegg. Takes a mark there. Chips one over the top. Finds Tommy Quinn. Quick handball on to Connor Krebser, but just at his feet. Gets his kick away, but it's out over the sidelines, and it'll be a free kick to Coolman there. Taken by the big ruckman Ledson.
He'd be 200 something centimetres, Drew, wouldn't he?
Yeah, that's the go, Ben, certainly. Big lad, but it's marked by his opposing opponent, Dan Foley there. He gets a hand pass off to Sam Martin. Looks to come inside, finds Josh Walsh there at centre half back for the Lions. He looks to go back to whence it came and out wide to his brother Ben on that wing. Chips one short, looking for Connor Krebser on that far side. About 60 metres out.
Crowded forward line.
Goes through the hands of Ledson. Gathered by Seb Hamlin. Gets a hand pass forward for the Lions. Gathered by Coolman there. Ball's on the ground now. Players diving in on it. Picked up by Seb Hamlin. Nate Hamlin, is it? Or Seb Hamlin couldn't get these hand pass away and the umpire ball it up.
Ball's up right in Gammain's forward line there. Powell snaps it out of the, and it through for behind. So Tim Kernan, he might be the designated kicker, is he, for Coolman?
Looks like, yeah. Centre-half back team of the year up in the AFL Sydney last year.
He's from the St George Club, wasn't he?
Yeah, St George Club, yeah. He looks to bring this ball back in. They come to the broadcasting side again. Direct big roping left foot kick looking for Redfern in the centre of the ground.
Beautiful kick.
He can't hold the mark. Gathered by Dan Foley. He's wrapped up in a tackle and the umpire will ball it up there on the wing.
Yeah, Redfern should have taken that mark.
Foley and Ledson, yeah, Ben. Macaulay gets his kick forward for Coolman. Coming onto the ground is King. Gathers this one in. Curls one back around. Goes through the hands and it's through from behind.
Nice, moved pretty nicely there, young King, didn't he?
Yes.
They're brought out. Out to Burhop, is it? Burhop on the outer wing there.
Yep.
Brings
Comes
it inside. Sloppy kick into Quinn. Tommy Quinn's battling there on the ground. It's a scrap on there now, and the umpire will probably ball it up here in a minute.
Campbell Matley gets up gingerly from that contest. Foley in front of Redfern, gets a hand pass away, gathered by Alistair Clark, has a shot at goal, it's gone high. Susse in front, taps it down to Martin, and a good smother there by Hodgson, is it? Gets his kick smothered away, gathered by Quinn, gets a hand pass away, picked up again by Hodgson, back to Campbell. Macaulay has a running shot at goal, but it's across the face and out on the full.
Hodgson looks a likely type, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's very dangerous around the forward line.
Yeah, Ben Walsh, beautiful kick out there, finds Krebser. Krebser and the half-back flank on the outer wing. Drives it forward there now, right on centre wing there, looking for Bernulis. That'll be Tom Bernulis' first kick this year. Ring inside. Handball in, back into Bernulis. Drives it forward. Right it. Oh, it's pushing the back there by Powell. Coolman brings it out to the outside. A dangerous kick, but well marked there by Rudd. Rudd drives it forward, finds Glide. Glide now, moving the ball quickly, Coolman. That's Flynn Cook there for Coolman, battling hard there now. In there goes Josh Walsh, he's well tackled. Boys are going in hard now.
He's hit his head pretty hard on the ground there, Josh Walsh.
Bit slow to get up. Foley versus Ledson in the ruck. Right in front of the commentary box here now. Foley makes it shark there by Hodgson again. Driving it forward. And Ben Walsh. Hang on, there's an umpire's whistle here. Push, it must have been a push out.
Picked up by Perrott, Oscar Perrott.
Yep. He's had a big pre-season, the coach said. Oscar Perrott drives it nice and long into the forward line there, but it's rushed through for another behind.
We've got a contest on our hands here, Ben.
Yep. 3 behinds to 2 behinds. Coolman's way. Jack Sasse brings it out. Looking for Jack McKegg. Jack McKegg's got it on the half-back flank there now. Looking to bring it on the inside. Finds Kirkman. Kirk, there's some loose players here for the Lions. Proctor lining it up now, looking for Jethro Peck at full forward. He's battling on the ground there now, but run away. The ball's taken away there by Coolman.
Lockie Moore clears the ball for the Hoppers out to the wing there, gathered by Macaulay. Kicks this one high. Sitting under it is Josh Walsh. Well, coming in is Macaulay. That was,
good mark.
That's Butterfin who kicked that one high. This one's brought across now to Ben Walsh in the centre of the ground. Centre half back. Decides to go back. Finds Burhop at half back flank. Chips one over the top to Josh Walsh in front of the scoreboard. Comes inside and finds Jackson Conley. One over the top there to Jack Powell. Goes on his left foot, sends this one down. Ball's on the ground there, gathered by Dan Foley. Back to Dan Foley. Comes inside. Almost marked there by Coolman. Cleared by Coonan there. Out to Jack Rudd. All on his own in the half-back line there for Coolman. Goes inside looking for Hodgson. He marks the ball in front of Sam Martin. Plays on quickly. Looks to come back inside. It's cut off by Kirkman. Punches this ball forward to Dan Foley. Back to Zach Burhop inside to Aaron Proctor. He breaks one tackle. Play on, says the umpire. Charging through is Ashard.
Ashard, yes.
Ashard. And it's a mark there to Coop McKelvey on the wing.
McKelvey drives it right in the forward line for Coolman. Oh, beautiful body positioning there. And a really good mark taken by
Macaulay.
Aidan Macaulay. Well, he's had a good weekend. He was the premiership captain of the AFLW girls side. Premiership coach, should I say. And yeah, they had a great win against the Gammain Grongomano Lions girls on Friday night. Macaulay lines up. First goal on the board for Coolman.
Yes, it's been a good start for the Hoppers. It's been an even match so far. They're right in this contest.
There's the Hoppers, 139 to 022.
Coming off the bench is Shannon Butterfield and Tom Sussay. Peck and Ledson in the ruck. Ledson tats this down to Holiday. Doc Holiday, they call him, kicks this one high into the four-line. Under it is Tommy Quinn. Goes through hands. Almost gathered by Josh Walsh. He's wrapped up in a tackle. He's tackled there to the ground.
Josh Walsh is getting up a bit slow there again. It's Peck in the ruck
Against Cook. Strong tackle there by Cook.
Cook's in the headgear.
Strong tackle on Tom Sussay. Umpire Nathan Brooks will throw it up once again. Cook and Peck in the ruck. Peck taps this down to Tom Sussay. Gets a kick off the ground there, and it's out in front of the Coolman box. Picked up by Jack Rudd inside to Zach Lewis. But his kick's turned over into the hands of Nate Hamlin. He's wrapped up in a tackle.
Not enough talk around him then. Good tackle by Al Clark.
Bit of confusion there by Seb Hamlin. The umpire hadn't called played on, and he's tackled the free kick to Clark, and it's 50 metres march down the field. A chance here to get Coolman's second goal.
Clark hands it on to Redfern. Redfern drives it out from 50 metres. Not a bad kick. Just wide.
Jack Sussay brings it in from the kick out. On to Burhop. Goes wide, finds Jackson Connolly. Looks to come inside, finds Ben Walsh. Chips one over the top to Jack Powell. Back to Jackson Connolly, running off there. Goes wide, but his hand pass to Cooper McKelvey there. Little bit of confusion.
He might have called for it, I think.
And back in defence, says Ben Walsh, takes a mark in the back pocket. Comes inside to Jack Powell. Kicks one over the top. Good one-handed mark there by Shannon Butterfield. Chips one to Sam Martin. Lyons just trying to control this ball. Comes inside and finds Jeffro Peck. He's forced to go back to take his kick. Umpires said he's moved on the mark, so another 50-metre penalty here for Jeffro Peck will bring him close to goal.
A good kick, Jethro, too, but that seemed a pretty soft free kick there. I think it was the fringe player that moved inside the 10 as opposed to the man on the mark.
Yeah, right, yep.
Jethro, he'd be about 45 metres out from goal, directly in front. In he comes. Nice hit. Off hands.
Jumping high there was Seb Hamlin, but ball's gone through. Tim Conan to bring this in once again for Coolman. Goes wide and short. It's off the side of the boot and it's going to run out of play. And the umpire will throw it in.
Right on the 50-metre arc in the Gammains forward line. Peck versus Redfern in the ruck. Redfern clears it out. It's trapped by Nate Hamlin there. Well done. Clears the ball now. Looking for a pass inside. Well picked up
by Butterford there, bursting out of defence.
Got some pace too. Butterford drives it in. But meets Ben Walsh in defence. Ball scrapping in the ground there now. No one can pick it up. Still there. Picked up by Coolman, and he's tackled high, I think.
He's going to ball it up, Ben.
No. No signal from the umpire there. There goes the ball there now. Chipped out by Ben Walsh. Picked up by Clark. Drives it forward. And marked in defence.
By Nate Hamlin there. He looks to bring this around to the broadcasting side, looking for Jack McKegg. Charging through as Redfern there. He gathers this one. Dodges around McKegg. Sends this one high to the goal square. Players under this one. Ball's on the ground there. Gathered by Jack Sussay. Brings it out of defence, looking for Jack McKegg. Charging through there is Zach Lewis for Coolman. Clark dives in on top of this one, and the umpire will call it for a ball up there. Centre half back. Coolman's end.
Ball's up there. Centre half forward for Coolman. Trapped out by Jack Sasso now. He clears it out. Looking for Dan Foley at centre half forward. And Dan takes the mark. He plays on now. He's handballs it away to Jack McKegg. Into Jackson Conley. Lander's got the ball now. Looking for someone. Kirkman gives the dummy. Sends it. Drives it forward. Looking for Tommy Bunawalis. And there Tom takes the mark. 15 metres out from goal on a slight angle.
Yeah, the Lions worked that one through the centre there. It was pretty hot footy, the quick hands, and got that kick into the forward line there. And Venezuela's had the better position there on his opponent, young Moore, and he'll go back and have a shot on goal. Comes in, kicks on its way. Umpire doesn't move, and that's the Lions' first goal of the match.
Benulis is on the board. She's all square here at the Gammain Sports Ground. 1-3-9 apiece. Oh no, I beg your pardon. Coolman's 1-4. So Coolman's 1-4-10.
Sam Martin's come around to the wing here in front of the broadcasting box. Swapped wings there with Jake Taylor. Peck and back in the ruck for the Lions, up against Ledson. 19 minutes into this first quarter. Ledson taps that down through the hands of Mullins. Ledson dives on the ball, and the umpire's going to ball it up once again. Ledson's hard to get around, isn't he, Ben?
He's a big fella. Tommy Quinn's on the ball there now. Tackled well by Macaulay. The umpire will bowl it up again. Pretty scrappy first quarter so far. Jethro Peck taps it down. Looking for the ball again. Taken away by Rudd. No, it wasn't Rudd. Taken by Macaulay.
Good mark by Ned Holan, off to Butterford. He sends this one in long, flying high. There's Matterley, goes through his hands, picked up by Kirkman. It's marked there by Macaulay. Across the 50 there for the Coolman. You look to send this one back in.
Gawley looks like he likes his chances here. Pretty big angle, 45 metres out.
Kicks, look, right to the goal square, but it's forced through by Jeffro Peck there for a behind. Ben Walsh will look to bring this one back into play. May have lost the ball under a car there. Here comes the ball now. Jack Sasso brings it back. Going to take the kick. Plays on out of defence. Sends this one wide, looking for Benulis. Takes a good strong mark over Rudd. Kuhlman covering all aces here as he goes through the centre of the ground, looking for Jack McKeag through his hands. Gathered by Moore, gathered by Clark. Bursts out of the pack. Sends this one looking for Matley, but Benulis has cut this off in defence. Goes wide, looking for Ben Walsh in the far back pocket. He's got his brother Josh Short, uses him across that half back line.
Josh
it's over the top.
Brings it into the coach Martin. Martins drives it into the half forward line there for the Lions, looking for Foley. Foley taps it forward on the ground there now, but it's wrapped up. It's taken by Kuhlman, taken out by McKelvey. McKelvey, nice ball into Hodson. In the centre of the ground now, Hodson, been busy all quarter. Drives it forward now for Kuhlman. Looking for Buchanan and finds him 55 metres out from goal. Nick Buchanan turns, kicks it in. Mattingly's got it, he's a clever player. What's he going to do here?
Out on the full.
Hits the post, behind post. Kirkman in the back pocket. Looking to take it out wide for the Lions. But Ledson's there. Couldn't mark it. Picked up by Kuhlman. They drive it forward again. Marking contest there now. Lions have got the numbers, but can't hang on the ball. Hodson breaks a tackle, swings around, and kicks a beautiful goal.
Yeah, just brute strength there from Hodson. Burst his way through a tackle.
Takes the Hoppers to 2-5-17 to the Lions 1-3-9.
Very dangerous when the Lions get in. The Hoppers get into their forward line, Ben.
You know, they're looking good. The Lions had a bit more talk in their back line there. They had hold of the possession.
Tommy Beneswalis in the ruck for the Lions now. Yep. Against Ledson. Ledson taps that one forward to the ground. Picked up by Kuhlman there. They've dropped it. It's back on the ground there. Gathered by Tommy Quinn. Kicks his left footer high. Looking for Dan Foley. Ball's punched forward there. Gathered by Glide. He's wrapped up in a tackle by Powell. Gets one hand pass out. Gathered by Lander. Gets a hand pass away. Powell's wrapped up in a tackle. And the umpire's called for a ball up.
Big strong tackle from Kernan there on Powell. Ball up, half forward for the Lions. Powell contesting the ball there now, picked up by Tom Quinn. Ricochets off a Kuhlman player. There's Jack McKeag, attempting to mark. Hands out, gets a scrappy kick in, going forward. And there's Hamlin. Hang on.
Play on, says the umpire, and the ball's forced out over the sideline there. We a throw in. Forward line.
Ball's thrown in right in the forward pocket for the Lions. Foley's there. Conley.
Gathered by Krebser. Hand pass smothered. Runs back to Gather. Rudd's coming through. He can't pick it up. Gathered by Redfern. Gets his hand pass away to Macaulay. He gets his kick away. Goes through the hands of Burhop. Gathered by Jack Sussay. He looks to find a target inside, and it's straight to Kuhlman. Gathered by Butterfin. On to Glide. Sends this in looking for Buchanan, and on a strong lead. It's going through his hands out the back there. Campbell Matley tries to pick this up, and it's gathered by Ben Walsh. Clears the ball out to the pocket there for Jack Sussay. Kicks one forward and finds Burhop onto Sam Martin. He looks to come back inside to Burhop. Gathers, finds power in the centre of the ground. He comes wide in front of the broadcasting box and finds Krebser. Chips one over the top and finds Foley. The Lions moving it forward inch by inch.
They've got the short game going on.
Benulis charging down the wing there, but the ball falls in front of him. He keeps it inside. He's taken over the sideline. And the umpires called him caught.
He's a bit unlucky there. I thought he was out with the ball before he was tackled.
Yep. So Coolman bring this in through Ash Hard. The ball's gone high. Big leap by Burhop into Ledson. It's one off to King, but he drops that hand pass. Grabbed out by Jack McKeag. That should be caught. It is.
Good tackle from McKeag.
As the siren goes for quarter time. It's been a pretty even contest this first quarter. It's pretty hot out there, the heat. And the contest is pretty hot as well. Still got 3 quarters to play out in this game.
Pretty well contested football there that first quarter, but probably Coolman deserved to be in front. They had a bit more efficient forward line there.
We'll just take a break now. We're back for the start of the second quarter.
Amazing service and carefully sourced homewares and furniture. Fisher and Farmer.
Coolman Butchery, a great place to meet up. Yummy yum yum.
For all your AG, vet chemicals, fertilizer and bulk fuel, go to Logan and Hitchens.
Ganmain and District Sports Club, a place to celebrate and much, much more.
Ganmain Bakery and the famous Ganmain pies. If you can bake it, we make it.
Great pub accommodation and icy cold beers. Ganmain Hotel for good quality pub grub.
Ganmain News Agency, open 7 days. Lotto newspapers, the list keeps going. Need some residential or commercial renovations and roofing? Call Matt at RJS Construction.
Right, we're back again at the Ganmain Sports Ground. Start off this second quarter. Good crowds around both huddles. There at quarter time. Sam Martin instructing his troops possibly where they need to improve.
A lot of the short game going on that first quarter for the Lions there. They seem to be not too much quick, long ball movement.
No, not at all, Ben. They were very careful coming through the centre there, finding someone short. The Coolman are pressing right up there out of defence. Back to start second quarter. Foley and Ledson in the ruck. Foley taps that one down. Gathered again by Dan Foley. Kirkman kicks this one out of the centre. Forward for the Lions. Through the hands of Tom Sussay. Charging through is Jesse Lander. Gathers it there in the pocket. Hooks one back around. Coming through is Benis Wallace. Big hit on his Coolman opponent there. Both going for the ball.
Scrappy there in the half forward line for the Lions. Umpire says I'll have it. Ledson. First Benulis. Benulis taps it down. Shark by Hard. Out to McKelvey. Macaulay. Coolman move it forward there now. And Ben Walsh attempts to mark the ball. Buchanan handballs it away. Nate Hammond's intercepted now, looking for Krebser out in the wing. Krebser, he's got plenty of Coolman fellas around him, but drives it into the centre now, but intercepted there by Coolman.
Zach Lewis sends this one long, looking for Redfern in the forward line. He leaps high and takes a mark.
Good mark. Nice kick. That's how you want the ball coming in as a forward. Redfern, 35 metres out, slight angle. Drives in. And he's pushed it to the left. Usually a pretty good kick at goal. Martin. Bring it in for the Lions. Goes to the outer side. Looking for Ben Walsh. Takes a good mark. Right in the outer boundary there. Walsh looks to bring it to the wing. Taken by Proctor. Proctor playing a bit more length now in their game now. Looking forward there now. Taken by Butterfield. Butterfield hands it on. Kicked in by and marked there by Tom Sassay.
Good work there from Connor Krebser from back line to the forward line. Tom Sassay, pretty tight angle there. Comes in. Very astutely, has a shot. Umpire has called a behind. Lions just a little bit cautious at the moment, Ben. They're just trying to control things and not taking the game on too much.
Coolum a challenge in their positional play. Their zone defence is going very well.
Yep.
McKelvey takes a mark on the half-back flank for Coolman.
Kicks this one high to the wing here. Under it is Bernulis. He takes a good mark. Good contested mark there. He'll look to send this back inside. He plays on. Gets a handball to Powell. Gets one to McMahon there. Gets his hand pass away. No, he's caught with the ball. Lions just trying to do a little bit too much there on occasions. Quick play here by Coolman. Finds Clark on the wing there.
Starting to get the fair bit of the ball, Clark. Oh, good tackle from Taylor. Landers there at the ball there now. Foley picks it up.
Charges through.
Gives the dummy. Onto Proctor. Onto Lander. Can't quite there. Oh, Ledson just strips it out of his hands and the ball trickles over the boundary right in front of the canteen on the wing.
Yeah, the Lions' handball's just not hitting targets.
So Ledson versus Foley, right on the centre wing. Ball's thrown in. Ledson tap shark by Proctor. Good tackle. Ball's in there. Proctor scrabbles it out. Gets a scrappy little kick off the ground. McKelvey's got it and he's tackled by Mahon and Powell.
Keep going, Proc. Keep going, Jazz.
It gets quite warm out there. Umpire throws it up. Ledson knocks it down then. Proctor's there again. Proctor and Clark having a bit of a battle.
Real good contest. Foley and Ledson in the ruck. Foley taps it down, gathered by Proctor onto Powell. He's wrapped up in a tackle there, back to Mahon. Gets his quick away. Dropped there by Jake Taylor. Tries to dodge around one, gathered by Zach Lewis there. Gets his hand pass away to Macaulay. Kicks this one forward, but it's a good mark to Josh Walsh across centre half back there. Onto his brother Ben, goes wide, looking for Tom Sassay. Played on there, the mark's been dropped. Comes back inside, looking for Sam Martin. Gets a quick kick into the forward line there. Under this is Seb Hamlin. Can't take the mark, gathered by Butterfield there. Picked up by Bernulis. His kick smothered and it's out over the sideline.
Good defence from Coolman there.
Good scrambling by Coolman there. They got numbers back. Ledson and Bernulis in the ruck. Ledson with front position. Bernulis shoves him forward, gathers it, has a snap at goal. Round the corner, it's through from behind.
1-5-11 plays 2-6-18. The Hoppers in front. Coonan to clear it out again, out of full back.
Looking to go wide of that scoreboard side. Sends this one long and high. Under it is Redfern, punched by Martin. Picked up there by Ledson, gathered by King. Kicks his ball forward, looking for Rudd there, but it's gathered by Perrott. He can hand pass one over the top to Campbell Matley. He can run into an open goal, and it's another one for Coolman. Good transition from defence to the forward line. The Lions are looking a little bit shell-shocked at the moment, Ben.
Yeah, no, Coolman's more efficient when they move it into their forward line. They seem better organised in defence.
For all your AG, vet chemicals, fertilizer and bulk fuel, go to Logan and Hitchens.
There we are, 1-5-11 to 3-6-24.
Foley and Ledson in the ruck once again. We had the better of the clearances, Kuhlman. Umpire Joel Fairman to throw this one up. Foley taps it behind, gathered by Proctor there. He's wrapped up, gets it out to Kirkman, sends this one long into the forward line there. Ball bounces in front of Bernulis. Tries to drag this one back in, he's tackled. Tries to get a hand pass away and the umpire calls for a ball up.
Coolum get plenty of numbers of the contest in defence there.
Bernulis and Ledson. Bernulis taps this down. Kick away there by Kuhlman, doesn't go far. Gathered by Bernulis, back to Powell, back to Kirkman. Sends this one high. Sitting under this is Tom Sussay. Big shove there on Seb Hamlin. Play on, says the umpire. Gathered by Jack McKeag. Deemed to be caught the ball. It'll come back to Kuhlman there.
Kuhlman bring it out of defence now. Out on the outer side in front of the scoreboard.
Sam Martin almost marks that one. Right in front of the scoreboard. 10 minutes into this second quarter. Foley and Ledson in the ruck. Doesn't go to anyone in particular. Gathered by Ledson. Gets a kick away high. Under this is Sam Martin. It's bounced wide. Gathered by Kuhlman there. Through Clark, I think it is. He's wrapped up in a tackle by Sam Martin. The umpire will ball it up once again. It's been dangerous, Clark, around these in the midfield there. Tapped down by Foley to Krebser. Kicks this one high. It's all Kuhlman there at the fall of it. Coming out to meet it is Aaron Proctor. He gathers it in, gets a hand pass back to Jack McKeag. He's wrapped around the ankles. He'll get the free kick at centre half forward. He's about 55 metres out.
McKeag, look the short pass, looks for Foley. Foley's there now, 40 metres out from goal, directly in front. Should be within his range. Dan Foley, it's pushed it to the right. Through for a behind. One 6-12 to 3-6-24.
Lions finding it hard to get a goal. Coonan to bring this one back in. He's going to come to the broadcasting box. Big raking left foot kick out of defence there. Under this is Ben Walsh, but gathered by Nate Hamlin. Sends this one back in long and low, and it's through for another behind for the Lions. Kuhlman go wide to the other side. Finds Ned Holden on that half-back flank. Looks to come inside quickly, but under this is Powell. It goes through his hands. Gathered by Mullins there. Goes wide, looking for Perrott. He drops a mark. Coming over the back is Nate Hamlin. Gathers it on his left. Kicks this one forward. It's all Kuhlman. Race for the ball there with Seb Hamlin. Jack Powell gathers it. He's wrapped up in a tackle there. Breaks one and... Good tackle there by Mullins. The Lions are looking slow at the moment. Ledson comes forward and takes that mark. Gets a hand pass on to Hodgson. Looks to send this on his left foot into the forward line. Indecision there by Buchanan and his teammate, but gathered by Burhop. Bursts away out of defence there. Kicks this one long into the forward line, but sitting under it is Coonan there. Takes a good mark on his chest. Chips short. Finds his mate in Hodgson in the centre of the ground. Goes wide. All on his own is Buchanan on the half-forward flank. Chips one over the top. Streaming out from defence is Redfern. Ball hits the ground. Gathered by Josh Walsh. Jack Sussay's wrapped up in a strong tackle there. And the umpire's going to call a ball up, no prior.
I think he might have been lucky there. Strong tackle. Sasso's a bit slow to get up.
Foley and Redfern in the ruck. Gathered by Macaulay. Swings around on his left, but it's out on the full there.
Martin brings it in, finds Tom Quinn. Half-back flank for Germain. Drives it into the centre of the ground there now. Into Cohen, but...
Gathered by Tom Sussay, gets his kick forward. The ball's on the ground there in front of Powell and Robertson. Robertson's first to the ball. Gathers it in. He's wrapped up in a tackle by Powell there. Gets a hand pass away. Gathered by Holden there, but he's deemed to be caught with the ball, and it's a free kick to Aaron Proctor. Good pressure there across that half-board flank.
Fair way out, but he's pointing towards the goals. It'll be right on his range there for Aaron Proctor.
Yeah.
Aaron Proctor, 45 metres out, directly in front. Long kick.
It's another behind, Ben.
1-8-14 to 3-6-24. Trouble finding that ball again, are they?
Yep, it's a little bit slow to be returned.
Coonan from full back to kick in again. He's a beautiful kick. No wonder they got him doing the job.
Gets plenty of distance with it. Sends this one long up the centre.
Looking for his ruckman.
But it's a good mark by Foley. Over the back. Looks to send this back in for the lines. Keeps this long and short, looking for Seb Hamlin. Can't mark. Ball's on the ground there, gathered by Holden.
Ooh.
Clears across goal, looking for Ashard and finds him. He plays on quickly. Under this is Burhop and Perrott. Ball's on the ground, gathered by Perrott, gets a hand pass over the top. Numbers here for Coolum and gathered by McKelvey. He's wrapped up in a tackle there, gathered by Jack McKegg, kicks this high into the forward line. Under this is Powell, and he takes a good mark. He's about 40 metres out, pretty tight angle. He's going to go back and have a shot.
Jack Powell, he's a noted goal kicker for the Canberra Demons when he used to play there a few years ago. And he comes. Hasn't got the distance. Oh, yes, it has.
And somehow it's escaped the outreached hands of the Coolum defenders there, and it's through for a goal. The Lions second. Much needed goal.
Ganmain and District Sports Club, a place to celebrate and much, much more.
2-8-20 to the Lions to 3-6-24 the Hoppers. 15 minutes gone in the second quarter.
Most games yesterday in the competition were low scoring, and at this stage we're looking at another one, Ben. I know it's a reflection of the first game of the year, players trying to find their feet, but
I think it's fairly warm. It only says 23 degrees, but it's fairly hot in first part of the year. Everyone's trying to gel. Up it goes. Bernulis taps it forward. Intercepted by Redfern. Drives it forward there now. Ben Walsh got the ball. Handballs it out to Martin. Martin looks to switch play. Looking for Krebser out here on the wing, but well intercepted by Cooper McKelvey there.
He'll go back and send this in for the Hoppers.
He'll be looking for Redfern.
He'll swing around on his left. Just chips it up there. Under this is Josh Walsh, gathered by Tom Quinn. On to Jackson Conley, kicks this one over the top, looking for Jack McKegg in the centre of the ground. Couldn't hold that one, Jack. Gathered by Coolum there. Coming through is Ashard, kicks this one high. Under it is Josh Walsh and Ben Walsh. It's all the Lions there as Ben Walsh takes the mark.
Crowley, come now.
Fairly congested area in the wing in front of us here now. Looks for Krebser. Now, but Benulis has got the ball right in front of the commentary box. Short pass, finds Krebser. Just the 15 metres it was. Krebser. Looking, not much movement up forward. Looking for Benulis. Ball's on the ground there now. Tom Sassay's tackled well.
Umpire call for a ball up there. Benulis and Redfern in the ruck. Redfern taps it forward into the hands of Tom Sassay. Gets his kick forward for the Lions there. The ball's on the ground. Charging through for Coolman there is young Rudd. Meets Aaron Proctor there, but he doesn't have possession. Free kick to Proctor. He looks to play on there.
He's off now.
He's off. Kicks this one high, looking for Jack McKegg. Flying through is Nate Hamlin. The ball's on the ground there. Over the top there, it's all Coolman, taken by Cook. Centre of the ground for Coolman. Looks to go wide, looking for Campbell Matley. Race for the ball out there with Jackson Conley. Looks to come inside. Coonan's pushed down from defence, sends this one in long and low, but it's marked by ever reliable Ben Walsh across half back there. Goes wide to Sam Martin, on to Zach Burhop. One over the top to Kirk Mahon. Other hand pass out wide to Jackson Conley on that far wing. Chips one over the top and finds Burhop, who's pushed on to Kirk Mahon. The marathon runner inside to Zach Burhop, sends this one long. At the back is Shannon Butterfield, flies high, can't take the mark, regathers and kicks a goal.
Great goal.
It's much better play from the Lions.
Ganmain Bakery and the famous Ganmain pies. If you can bake it, we make it.
So the Lions hit the front for the first time. 3-8-26 to 3-6-24. Really good play from Burhop down there on the outside. He had 3 or 4 possessions there and linking up, and that's a bit more like Sam Martin would be happy with that sort of play.
That's right, Ben. A bit of run off half back there, and Zach Burhop's had a terrific pre-season. And Kirk Mahon, well, he's running marathon after marathon, so those two fellas there are coming off that half-back line and showing a lot of dash. Just what the Lions needed. Out of the centre there, Fry Benulis on to Tom Quinn. This ball's gone in high, and it's a good mark to Dan Foley there, up over the top of the pack. And he'll go back and have a shot for the Lions. Oh, he's going to chip this one across the top there and finds Jack Powell. This better position directly in front, but he's about 35 metres out. 20 minutes into this second quarter. Powell comes in on his approach. Kicks on its way. Stabs at it, and it's gone straight over the goal umpire's head, and that's another one for the Lions. Late in this second term.
20 minutes gone in the second term. It's 4-8-32 to the Hoppers, 3-6-24. Just a bit of clean play then, and hitting a few targets can just open the game up a little bit for the Lions there.
Great pub accommodation and icy cold beers. Ganmain Hotel for good quality pub grub.
Benulis has been everywhere in this first half, Ben.
Yes, you know, he comes with big raps, and yeah, we can see why he's a real competitor. Play up forward or on the ball on the ruck. Umpire balls the ball up there now. Redfern versus Benulis. Benulis taps it out. Shark there by Clark, and he's tackled well. And the umpire will have it again. Ball's thrown up again there now. Redfern gets that tap out. Scrap on the ground again there now. Real scrap on the outer wing there now.
Aaron Proctor wrapped up in a strong tackle there by King for Coolman. Umpire ball it up, Redfern and Benulis. Redfern taps it to the side. Diving on it is Powell there. He can't pick it up, and umpire calls for another ball up. It's a real scrap at the moment. Bernulis taps that behind, gathered by McCauley, kicks this one forward to Coolman there to the half-forward line. Racing out for the ball is Cook and Ben Walsh, but it's taken over the sideline there on the half-forward flank for the Hoppers.
Ball will be thrown in right nearly in the 50-metre arc for the Hoppers. Peck and Redfern go at it. Nat's chopped down, but Taylor's got the ball. Handballs it out. It's a scrap again.
King, I think it is, wrapped up in a big tackle, but he can't get away, and umpire ball it up once again.
Massive crowd here today. Their ball goes up. Peck competes it. Cook's got it, and I'm tipping the umpire will get it again.
Lions be looking to hold Coolman out late in this second term. Ball's pumped forward by Redfern into the arms of Sam Martineau. Turns one way, then the next, kicks this one high. Under this is Tom Susse and Coonan. He can't mark Coonan. The ball's on the ground. Gathered by Aaron Proctor was good there. Out to Tom Susse. The ball's gone over the head of Foley and Moore for Coolman. Racing for it is Butterfield. Gathered by Moore. He looks to come inside. He's wrapped up in a good tackle. And he's caught with the ball. Good work there by Butterfield. Play on, says the umpire. Gathered by Jake Taylor, kicks one into Seb Hamlin. He can't take the mark. The ball's on the ground there. Back out to Moore. Handball's inside to Coonan. He's wrapped up in a tackle there. The ball spills free. Moore's tackled as well. Good pressure here by the Lions. It's out the back to Foley. He tries to pick it up, but it's gone out over the sideline. It's gone high there. It's a free kick to Coolman there. Deep. Play on there by Butterford. Goes wide through the hands of Coolman teammate there. Comes inside for Bernulis, but it's on the ground there. Mullen tries to pick it up. Diving in on the ball there is Aaron Proctor. And the ball's going to be held up there across the half-forward flank for the Lions.
Game's just starting to open up a bit there if they can get rid of the congestion. Peck versus Ledson. Ball sharked by Powell. Comes down.
Kick comes in high, Ben, yes, and it's Bowley who's at front position there. Not sure who sent that one in there. I think it may have been Jake Taylor.
Only 24 minutes gone in this quarter.
Lions would love another one.
Bowley kicks for goal right on half-time. In the car.
Good boost for the Lions there, just on the half-time siren there. Another goal to Dan Foley. They'll go in with a 14-point lead here at half-time. Very, very physical, contested games. A lot of ball-ups. There's a lot of pressure out there, and there's a bit of fatigue starting to set in there, and it'll be a battle of the fittest here in this third quarter, I'd say, Ben.
Yeah, no, it's I think Coolman's had a pretty big pre-season. They're fit, and I think the Lions are the same. So a lot of fitness will come to the fore in the second half of this game. Hopefully, the game opens up and we get a bit more flow and a bit more scores and score involvement. But you know, a pretty hotly contested game there so far. Some really good players for the Coolman there. Their new recruits, Coonan and Hodson. They look really sharp players.
Yeah, along with Clark, it's been dangerous, and even their youngsters have chipped in at times.
Yeah, Rudd's had a pretty good impact there.
And for the Lions, you know, Bernulis there in the ruck and up forward. Tom Powell and Aaron Proctor have been getting down and getting dirty there at the contest.
Yeah,
and then you've seen late in that second term, Dan Foley dangerous up forward there for the Lions.
Yeah.
So we'll come back. Start of the third quarter. A return now after half-time. Start of the third quarter. The Lions come onto the ground, and you may see the club's major raffle doing a round of the ground with the Lion.
It's the major raffle that the club's holding this year, and yeah, it's $100 a ticket. you can get your tickets around the QR codes around the ground, and we'll put one up on the screen at some stage. And also you can go to the Facebook page where there's a link there to buy your tickets, or also the website, the Ganmain Grong Grong Marong Lions website. So plenty of places to buy a ticket. The raffle will be drawn at presentation night at the end of the season, and you know, it's a great prize for someone, to win for $100. Brand new RAV4 for $100. Pretty good value. And the funds raised today will go towards the renewal of the female change rooms, the netball and AFLW, and also the renewal of the change rooms and toilet facilities for the junior.
Yeah, so please get a ticket.
There you go, that's up on screen there now. So you can bring your phone up to the television and scan that QR code there, and then that'll take you direct to the link to enter the raffle. And you know, the club would really appreciate all your support, no matter where you are watching this stream. And if you like the streams, thank you very much if you can buy a ticket. There we are, back to the game now. At the half time, the Lions 5-8-38 to the Hoppers 3-6-24. Goal kickers for the Lions. New recruit Tom Powley's got 2. Bernulis has got 1. Shannon Battlefield 1, and Dan Foley 1. For the Hoppers, Macaulay, Hodgson and Mattingly are the goal kickers there. So pretty hotly contested first half, but the Lions just got away in the last 10 minutes just to take the lead and just assert a little smaller ascendancy, but it looks, I think, pretty looking forward to the second half.
Yes, going into the Lions' rooms there at half-time, and Sam Martin was adamant for them to stick to their structures and stick to their game plan, and the Lions be looking to improve in this third quarter. It'll be very important the first 10 minutes of this third quarter. The Lions can get some ascendancy.
Yeah, I don't know if there'll be any tactical positional changes so far, or there'll be same old, Drew?
Yeah, I gather so. Both sides, trying to make their positional spots work for them. Just the only surprise we had there was Nick Buchanan lining up forward there early in that first quarter, but then he drifted back later on in that second quarter. There's just be more or less positional changes on the ball and that. Whether the Lions go for a trump card late in the game with Ben Walsh, we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, Ben's he played a fair bit of forward last year. It looks to be locked in at centre half back at so far stage this game.
Winners yesterday in the RFL was Narandra over Leeton, Turvey Park over Wagga Tigers, and the third game was between Mango and Griffith, which Mango won. Colin Gully had the bye. Today's game will round off round 1, start of the AFL Riverina season. This year, starting a week early.
The Coolamans persisting with Buchanan forward.
The Lions have got Jack Powell deep in the square.
No, that was a bit late, that's all it is.
Playing on Mitch Robertson.
I feel like the Rackets are doing like 15 minutes straight after. And was
ready to start this third quarter. Bernulis and Letson in the ruck. Letson taps that one down to Mullins. Goes through his feet. Gathered by Bernulis. Tries to break a tackle. Gets a kick forward to Lander. Back to Butterfield. Gets this one forward again. Bounces out in front of Lander. Gathered by Butterfield. Shows a bit of dash there. Back inside to McKelvey. Swings on his trusted left. Comes back into the centre of the ground. Marked by Clark. He plays on quickly. Kicks this one long and low. Over the back it goes. Through the hands of Ben Walsh. Coming out to meet it is Kirkman. He gathers. His hand pass is smothered. McCauley bumps Burhop out of the way. Ball's on the ground there, diving on it as Jack Sussay. He forces it back. And umpire says it touched, and then he's called it a goal. Go to the big screen, Ben.
You know, the umpire definitely called touch with his hands and then called a goal, so he must have changed his mind midstream.
Changed it very quickly. But goal to Coolaman. Not sure who kicked it.
No, it's on the board.
Coolaman Butchery, a great place to meet up. Yummy yum yum.
Good start for Coolaman in this third quarter. Benulis and Ledson back in the ruck. Benulis wins that tap. Down to Aaron Proctor. Kicks one high on his left foot. Under this is Dan Foley. He's been held.
Held
Free
the
kick.
arm. Doesn't get any shorter, Dan.
A little bit of height advantage over Coonan on that occasion. Oh, ball cut off there by Butterfield as he chips one short. Good tackle there by Seb Hamlin. Picked up by Tom Sussay. Back to Dan Foley. Swings this one around on his right. It's going long to the goal square. Good work by Powell on the line there, and it's through for a goal. Goal to Dan Foley.
Good response from the Lions there. 6-8-44 to 4-6-30.
Sam and Joel Fairman still deep in discussion after that last goal for Coolaman.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the rules are. Umpire's obviously changed his mind. He thought it was going to be touched, but maybe it wasn't.
Back in the centre of the ground, Benulis and Ledson. Ledson's done most of the ruck work for Coolaman today. Ball's up high. No one wins that decisively. Gathered by Glide there. Breaks through the centre of the ground there onto Clark. Coolaman look to send this in long and low. Over the back is Coolaman there. Good tackle by Ben Walsh. Gathered by Jack Sussay. Gets a hand pass out long and wide to Josh Walsh. Back to his brother Ben.
Well worked out of the defence. Butterfield there on the half-back flank. Drives it forward for Gairmain. Looking there for Benulis. Benulis got the ball. Handball. Fakes the handball off. Comes inside. Drives it forward, but he's been pinged for too far.
Ball will come back to that half-back flank to Coolaman there. Butterfield to take the kick.
Butterfield's sister signs with the Boston Bulldogs. McKelvey.
Ah, right, very good.
McKelvey drives it forward. Redfern there with the ball on the outer wing. Slow movement. Redfern, long kick, right in the centre half forward, looking for the ruckman.
Goes through his hands on the ground there, gathered by Clark. Gets one back inside to Hodgson. Ball's coming in forward. It's under it is Buchanan. Coming through is Jack Sussay. Taps this forward, looking for Aaron Proctor. Back into the hands of Jack Sussay. He tries to pick this up. He's bumped off the ball onto Butterfield. Kicks this one in forward. Gathered by Burhop. Back to McKegg. Kicks this one wide, looking for Jake Taylor.
Taylor on the outer wing, looking for Tom Sassay. Good mark there, right in front of the commentary box. Sassay trying to get up. Looking for quick movement, the Lions. It's been held up well. Sassay drives it forward, looking for Powell. Oh, and takes a good mark.
Been paid the mark there, right on the 50 line in front of Mitch Robertson.
Very close to the ground it was. See how long his kick is.
Goes short, looking for Jack McKegg on the lead and finds him about 40 metres out, a 45-degree angle.
This comes within McKegg's range.
Yeah, good work, Crowley.
McKegg.
Yeah, come on, Crowley.
I think it's hit the post.
Hit the post. President Jason Hamlin put a little bit too much paint on it by the look of it there the other day. Done a good job. As Coonan goes to bring this in. Finds McKelvey on that half-back flank for Coolman. Runs around, man on the mark, kicks this long up the centre of the ground there, looking for Glide. He takes the mark there. Plays on quickly, hand pass out to Clark. He sends this one long and low, looking for Nick Buchanan. Marks it on that half-forward flank. Good transition here by the Hoppers.
Nick Buchanan. He's 45 out. Hang on, what's going on here? He's just lining him up. Pretty big angle. He looks pretty confident.
Yes, his father Brian was leading goal kicker in the AFL. Ball's on its way and it's drifted to the right, through from behind.
Here we go, 6-9-45 to 4-7-31. Martin brings it back in. Finds Marn. Kicks it over to Conley. Conley looking out to Josh Walsh through the switch of play. Walsh. Good mark by McKegg and he's off. Plays on quickly. Scrappy play there now. McKegg traps the ball now. Gives it to... Oh, but he's been pinged. Been pinged for the throw. Glide's tackled him. Glide's kicked there in front of the commentary box there now. BJ Glide.
He's got Campbell Matley out the back all on his own. Looks to send this one forward. Looks for Oscar Perrott who marks 45 metres out. He's told his teammates to hold up. He's going to go back and have a shot.
One of the young brigade coming through for Coolman.
One of their 10 debutants for the day. Kick's going to come into the goal square. Big push out there and a free kick will go to Bernulis. Takes the free kick for the Lions deep in the Hoppers forward line. Decides to play on. It comes to the broadcasting side. Chips one short, looking for Jack Susse, who marks just in front of Matley. Comes inside, finds Powell, just a short chip there. Looks to the far side. Finds Aaron Proctor in the goal square for Coolman. Goes wide again, finds Jack Susse. Back inside, Aaron handball, back to Susse from Powell. Goes short, finds Martin. Lions regroup.
Slow play. Powell on the outer wing there, chips it forward. Finds Nate Hamlin, he's tackled. Into Burhop, back to Hamlin. He's tackled and that'll be holding the ball. Right in front of the Copper Parrell sign. One of the great supporters of the Gamane Lions.
McKelvey sends this one in long, looking for Coolman there. The ball's on the ground, but just caught high there as he collapsed at that contest. It'll be a free kick to Coolman here.
I think it's Nick Buchanan with the kick.
Yes, he's got the free kick. Just was going to ground as the Gamane opponent come in there. Similar position to his last shot. Kicks on its way. It's hit the post.
(6-9-45) the 4-8. 32.
Burhop brings this in quickly, looking for Bernulis. Uses his body well. As Lewis comes over the top of his teammate, they're left in his wake. Bernulis charging down the wing, looking for Foley. He's grabbed hold of there. Free kick to Dan Foley, looks to move this on quickly. Back to Bernulis. He's under pressure. Kuhlman gathered, tried to break the tackle there. Play on, says the umpire. Ladson tries to kick it off the ground. Back to Hodgson. Back to Clark, racing through the centre of the ground there. Kicks high. Under this is Tommy Quinn. Punched forward by Matley into the hands of Buchanan. He's wrapped up in a good tackle, and he must be caught. He is caught. Good tackle there by Quinn, and Ben Walsh was the other one. Chips one over the top and finds Susso. This game's starting to go up a notch, Ben.
Yeah, no, it was a bit of quick ball movement by both sides there. Sasso into the centre of the ground, but intercepted by McKelvey. Right in the centre, he's looking to go long, McKelvey. Drives it long. Who's going to take that mark? Mattingly's got the sit. Down it goes into Burhop's hands for the Lions. Handball's over. Finds Tommy Quinn. Off to Sam Martin. Martin, short pass into Conley. Conley right on the 50-metre defensive arc. Looks to move it inside. Finds Butterfield. Butterfield. Half-back flank for the Lions. Looking around. Not much movement there now. Going short again. Into Martin. Martin. Very stagnant at the moment, the Lions. Good zone defence. Finds Powell. He'd have thought about going on, but he's pulled up now. Powell. Kings it right outside to Conley. Right in front of the commentary box. Jackson Conley, one of the youngsters for the Lions. Drives it forward there now, looking for Foley, and he's up. Can't quite get the grab. Second by the cherry into Lander. Lander trying to control the ball into McMahon. Kirk Mahon, and he's caught. Good tackle. The umpire says, I'll have it, thank you.
Right on the lines, forward 50. Foley and Ledson in the ruck. Foley taps his forward. Coming through his Lander, picked up by Powell. Deemed to be a throw. Free kick to Macaulay there. He looks to switch. Looks for Clark in the centre of the ground. The ball's on the ground. Swings around, kicks this one wide. Under this is Krebser, as well as McKelvey. Onto Butterfin. Kicks this one long and low, looking for Burhop. He has front position, shows courage. Down to Nate Hamlin. Finds Powell. Takes a one-handed mark there. Tells his teammates to steady on. Going to go wide to Mahon here. Ball's going to fall short. Ledson cuts it off. Coming through his Lander. He cops one high. Play on, says the umpire. No, he's got it. No, it's going the other way, is it? No, it's coming our way.
Lander off to Powell. Powell shapes, dummies, drives it forward into the centre forward, but straight.
All Kuhlman.
Ashard.
They look to go wide. Coming over the top is Ben Walsh through his hands, gathered by Clark. He races down that one wing, sends it long, looking for Buchanan. It's out in front of him, and it's out over the sideline there, and that half-forward flank for the Hoppers.
Both sides just lacking a bit of finish hitting their forward 50.
Yeah, they work it to the forward line. It's just that entry kick into the forward line, Ben. They just can't find a target. Both sides. Peck and Ledson the ruck. Peck taps it down. Gathered by Susse. Marked by Ben Walsh. Cross half back flank there for the Lions. Looks to go wide, long, looking for Bernulis. Conan comes charging in, but it's a good mark by Bernulis. Looks to come inside. It's on the ground of Butterfield. Yeah, it's a mark to Shannon Butterfield. Sends this one in long. He's got
good kick.
Jack Susse over the back bend.
Sasse on to Foley. Foley's scrubby little kick. Goes it forward. Hodgson's been given.
He just sweated on that Hodgson, and he didn't want to take it because he knew the pressure was coming, and he done it well, got the free kick.
He's played well all day. Hodgson out to Clark. Called them a few times. Clark.
Who's half forward that can roll up?
Back to Hodgson. Out to McKelvey. They're playing the same game the Lions are playing. This short, stagnant game.
They've got the same game plan.
On to Coonan. Coonan, nearly in the centre. Looking to drive it forward. Jethro Peck traps the ball. Out to Ben Walsh. Ben Walsh to Jack Sasse. Looks to bring it back. Centres up to Josh Walsh. Josh Walsh Swings it really wide to Tom Quinn. He's off. And
turn it over.
Pressure on the kick.
Ball's going to come back in, looking for Redfern in the pocket, but it's out on the full. Lions kick.
Yeah, Jack Rudd goes down. He's got the cramp.
We might see a fair bit of that in the next 20 minutes.
Burhop takes it on the half-back flank. Centres the ball. Dangerous kick. Oh,
through the hands of Jack McKegg there. Onto it is McKelvey. He'll look to send this back in for Coolman with his big left foot raking kick coming forward as Campbell Matley goes through his hands. Charging out is Josh Walsh. He's tackled there, and umpire's called for a ball up.
Yeah, probably the skill set of the round one starting to show here. There's a couple of drop marks by both sides. They both should have been taken.
Yep. Ball's tapped down there, gathered by by
Butterfield.
Back to McCauley. He kicks this one high. Under it is Jack McKegg. Good mark to Ben Walsh, though. Ever reliable. Lions calling for 50, but he plays on quickly. Going wide, looking for Dan Foley. Marks in front of Moore. He's off to the races, Dan. Kicks this one long. Over the back is Jack Powell. Read that better than his opponent, and he'll go back and have a shot for the Lions.
And a bit of direct football, and what happens? You get a shot on goal. Jack Powell lines up, 25 metres out, directly in front. Short and pushed to the right.
He just stabbed at that one, didn't come off the foot too good, and Coonan brings this one back in and finds Zach Lewis. Sends this one long, looking for King. It's gone over the back, charging for his Burhop. He gathers it in, gets a hand pass away to Jake Taylor, dodges around Glide, back to Jesse Lander, back to Nate Hamlin, and the Lions fumble it over the sidelines.
Too cute. They need to take the kick, I think. Peck and Ledson in the ruck. He's got a big tank, this Ledson. He's been rucking all day.
Yes, he hasn't had too many breaks. Redfern hasn't been in there for a quarter and a half. Taps this one down to Ledson, gathered by Lewis. He's tackled there, but gathered by Quinn. Kicks this one high. She's up under it. No one can mark it. It's on the ground there. Out wide. Bounces back to Proctor. He's on his left. He's going to have a shot. But it's going to go out of bounds on the full.
18 minutes gone in the third quarter. 16:46 to 4:8:32, the Hoppers. Young Holden brings it in. That's Ned. Oh, really good mark there by McCauley. Out in the half-back flank for Coolman. McCauley looks to centre the ball in now. Looking for Redfern. But
Jeffro Peck, great mark there in defence, running back with the flight of the ball. He looks to switch this ball over to the broadcasting box, looking for Jake Taylor. He takes the mark. Taylor Nulis out in front.
Oh, clever by Vanulis, and looks for McKegg inside.
Kicks one over the top, looking for Foley, and he's taken a mark. As Tom Sussay is suffering from a cramp in that forward pocket. He hasn't been able to move for the last minute.
So Foley, 20 metres out. Just a slight angle. And then kicks a goal. That's Dan Foley's third goal. 7:10:52 to the Hoppers, 4:8:32.
Amazing service and carefully sourced homewares and furniture. Fisher and Farmer.
20-point lead to the Lions here late in this third term. Coolman just still won't go away. Peck in the ruck for the Lions now. Up against Ledson. Ledson taps this down. Gathered by Hodgson. Picks it up. Fumbles there. Tackled by Powell. Ball's out the back there, and it's going to be a ball up. Tommy Quinn's had a good quarter. He's the last one to get up from that contest. Peck down to Powell. Goes out through his legs. Umpire deemed he flicked it out.
That's the way it looked.
Yeah, there's a bit of tunnel ball. McCauley to take this kick. Gets one off to McKelvey. Swings around that left. Sends it in long.
Looking for Redfern.
Under this is Peck. Gathered by Josh Walsh. Picked up by Peck. And the ball's forced over the sideline in that pocket there.
Next ruck's another 15 minutes, 16 minutes. Foley.
Umpire, throw it in. Redfern to take the ruck against Peck. Pretty congested forward line there for Coolman. Peck knocks it forward, takes it by Hodgson, snaps it goal. But in defence there is Kirk Mahon. Kirk Mahon in the back pocket. Looks to play on, handballs off to Josh Walsh. Josh Walsh looks to find
Jake Taylor on that far wing. He's had a good quarter, Jake.
Yes, he's had his best quarter so far this game.
Looks to come inside, finds Jack McKegg.
He's played on.
He's got Manulis in the half-forward flank, and he marks in front of Coonan there, and you're going to have to kick this from 50. He's playing on.
And swung it to the left. (7:11) 53 to 4:8:32. Out of bounds.
That was out on the full bend.
Yep.
Looked like it went through the behinds, but out in the full. So Holden to bring this back in for Coolman. As Bernulis cops a big shove out of the way there by McCauley.
There we go. What's he got? He's going the barrel.
Barrel.
That's three-quarter time here at the Gairmain Sports Ground, and it's the Lions 7:10:52 with the Hoppers 4:8:32. Still not a high-scoring game.
Not at all, Ben. Not at all. As we take a break for this end of the third quarter. We're back for the last.
Thank you.
As we return now for this last quarter between Coolman and the Gairmain Lions. Only a 20-point margin in favour of the Lions. What did you find out there, Ben, at three-quarter time?
Oh, yeah, the coach Martin from the Lions, he was a bit concerned about the over handball there, especially in the forward line. We saw a few instances of that. He said there's a time to hold it up and then there's a time to go, and they probably just chose a few wrong options there, but overall they were confident and just about beating your man and getting the job done here today.
So 17 scoring shots to 12. Dan Foley and Ledson in the ruck. Ball tapped forward by Ledson. Gathered by Powell. Out the back to Tom Quinn. Gathered by Glide. Wrapped up in a tackle with Clark. And the umpires deemed him caught with the ball there. Good pressure from the Lions. Tom Quinn and Dan Foley. Push back in defence.
Drives it forward. Looking for Bernulis. There's the ball taken out by Glide. He's got some pace about him. Good handball.
Another good tackle by the Lions there from Bernulis, and Tom Quinn once again wraps up Hodgson. Was trying to burst out of defence there, and Tom Quinn will look to send this one in. Distance is a little bit behind him. He goes to go short. Looks for Dan Foley. Takes a mark. Good pressure there from Glide, but Dan Foley is too strong. Go back and have a shot. He's about 30 metres out, 35 metres out. Lions had loved this one, start of the last quarter. Comes in, kicks on its way. It's drifted to the right, another behind. Coonan looks to bring this back in for the Hoppers. Bit of indecision. Decides to go to the scoreboard side. Kicks it long. He's got Clark on his own. He marks in front of Jackson Connolly.
Had plenty of the ball the last quarter, Clark.
Yeah, no, he's been one of their better players today. Kicks one over the top to Joey Redfern. In front of the scoreboard.
I think that's Mullen, is it?
Oh, Mullen, sorry, yes.
Mullen drives it forward, looking for Buchanan. Over his head there now. Walsh picks it up, handballs it over to Martin. Martin brings it back in, finds Connolly out in his own in the wing. Over to Krebser. Krebser chips it forward, finds
Lander.
Lander drives it into the full forward region, looking for Seb Hamlin. But the ball goes out of bounds.
Just went through the hands of Bernulis then. He's going to take the ruck up against Ledson. Deep in the Lions' pocket. Ball comes in. At the end of the hands of Jack Powell. Breaks around 1, 2. Has a shot on goal. And he's kicked it. Miraculous goal from Jack Powell there. The Lions first of the last quarter.
There we go, 3-minute mark. The Lions 8:11:59 to the Hoppers 4:8:32.
Ganmain News Agency, open 7 days. Lotto newspapers, the list keeps going.
Who are the goal kickers now, Ben?
Well, Foley's got 3, Jack Powell's got 3, and singles to Bernulis and Butterfield. And the multiple goal kickers for Coolman are Mattingly with 2, and Hodgson and McCauley.
Back to the centre of the ground. Foley and Ledson in the ruck. No one wins that decisively. It's on the ground there. Proctor diving in on it. No one can get it out. Umpire's called for another ball up. Foley takes front position. Taps this wide looking for Proctor. He's caught one high. Play on, says the umpire. Dan Foley bursts out of that contest. Kicks this long and high, but it's marked by Coonan there. Kept his feet. He's got it across centre half back there. He looks to go wide to the scoreboard side. He's got McCauley on a long lead. Finds him in the centre of the ground in front of Burhop. Sends this long looking for Redfern. Josh Walsh slips into the hands of Tom Quinn. He's wrapped up in a tackle. Breaks it. Gets his hand pass out. Back to Sam Martin. He clears it out of defence. He's got Jackson Connolly on his own on that wing there. He can play on. Krebser in support. He goes over the top there. Leading out is Bernulis. Coonan gets a punch. Down to Moore. Breaks the tackle of Krebser. Kicks this one high. Under this is Dan Foley, who takes a mark across halfback. Looks to come inside.
Dangerous kick.
Dangerous kick. It's gone through the hands of Coolman and the Lions. Coming through is Jake Taylor.
Well met.
Tries to keep it in front of him, yeah. Out to Kirkman. Back to Powell. Chips one back to Dan Foley.
Having a good day, Dan. Kicks it into Lander. Lander handballs it on. Looking to Burhop. Burhop drives it forward. It's a high kick. Who's going to mark that? Tommy Bernulis.
Good hands to Bernulis.
For the wing, straight on.
Bernulis is about 25 metres out on a 45-degree angle. Taking plenty of time, gathering his composure. Comes in with this one. Puts it straight through the middle, Ben.
Beautiful kick.
It's another one to the Lions.
Lions are 9:11:65 to the Hoppers 4:8:32. 6-minute mark into the last quarter.
Need some residential or commercial renovations and roofing? Call Matt at RJS Construction.
Letson and Foley in the ruck again. Lions got all their key players in there. Powell, Mahon, Lander. Likewise, the Hoppers, Clark, Hodgson, McCauley.
Yeah, good players in both sides in that centre square.
Yeah, any side would like them as McCauley's wrapped up in a tackle there by Powell. Umpire called for a ball up. Ball tapped down by Foley. Charging through his lander, just caught McCauley high there as he lunged for the ball. He looks to play on quickly, goes wide. Finds Zach Lewis, looks to come back inside, but goes back to take his kick. Shifts one low and short, coming through is Redfern. He can't hold his mark. Gathered by Powell. He's on top of the ball there. McCauley comes in, wraps him up in a tackle. Going to be a ball up there on the 50. Coolman's end. Ladson taps that down, charging for his Honson. Gets one off to Clark. He can kick this high on his left foot. Under it is Walsh and Sussay. Goes over the back there. Matley gathers it in. He's wrapped up in a tackle by Burhop. Gathered by Jack Sussay. Chips this one over the top. Pushing wide is Connor Krebser. The ball bounces back in favour of Coolman. He gathers though Krebser. On to Sam Martin. Chips one over the top looking for Nate Hamlin. He can't mark. Goes through his hands. Gathered by Butterford. On to Moore. His kick smothered. Good pressure there by Jack McKeag. And the umpire ball it up on that far wing.
I think we were expecting this game to open up. It just doesn't quite seem to be that way.
No, it's just an arm wrestle, isn't it, Ben? The Lions fortunate to get the first 2 goals, but Coolman just won't go away.
Scrappy play again there. It's a lot of congestion. And Hodgson's wrapped up on the outer wing. He looks a great recruit for Coolman.
Coolman with numbers in the centre of the ground. They can get this one clear. Gathered by Coolman there. Handball goes backwards. Picked up by Moore. He's wrapped up in a tackle there by Seb Hamlin. The umpire will ball it up.
The umpire throws it up. Ledson.
Dan Foley taps that backward. Coming through his...
Lander.
Lander, yes, on to Butterfield. Picked up by Seb Hamlin. Can't gather it in. Back to Tom Sussay to Dan Foley. Looks for Bernoullis forward. Good pressure there by Coonan. He regathers. Kicks this one wide. Finds Rudd. No, sorry, Perrott. Kicks this one low. And it's into the arms of Ned Buchanan. Wide on that half-forward flank. He swings around looking for Redfern. Shoves his opponent forward there. And it's a mark to Redfern. He's 45 metres out.
That's within his range. A good noted goal kicker for Coolman over a few years now.
Kicks on its way.
To the left. Here we go, 65 to 33. Martin brings it back in to Ben Walsh. Back to Martin. Finds Tom Quinn right on the 50-metre arc. Back to Martin again. Link up of a play. Out wide it goes to find Josh Walsh. Making space to himself. Drives it in forward there now. And picked up by Krebser. Krebser nearly on the 50-metre arc. Drives in long. Looking for Bernoullis, but there is Coonan again, and he takes a good defensive mark.
He's been strong back there.
Yeah, no.
He comes wide. Finds Zach Lewis. Looking for Flynn Cook. It's gone through his hands and out over the boundary line. Throw in there on the Lions 50. Ball thrown in, Peck in the ruck with Flynn Cook, gathered by Seb Hamlin there. He can't get his hand pass away. He's wrapped up in a tackle, gets one out the back, a hand pass there, gathered by Coolman. And he's wrapped up in a tackle there.
Umpire says I'll have it.
Cook and Seb Hamlin in the ruck. Seb Hamlin thumps this one forward, but gathered by Hodgson there. Left foot forward, kick comes forward. Spoiled by Sam Martin there. Gathered by Nate Hamlin. Tries to get through one tackle there, but he's wrapped up. No prior, and the umpire will ball it up.
He balances up really quickly too. Nah, that's right.
Peck, Ledson. Peck taps it down in the vicinity of Proctor. And another scrummage occurs.
Tommy Quinn on the bottom of that pack once again.
That's where he likes it.
Ball punched forward by Seb Hamlin. Aaron Proctor tries to pick it up. Gathered by Zach Lewis. Kicks this one forward. Under this is Burhop. He can mark. Picks it up. Gets a hair pass out the back to Jack Sussay. Coming through is Campbell Matley. Breaks away from the contest. Comes back inside. Finds Clark here. Danger for the Lions here as Cooper McKelvey comes charging through the middle of the ground. Kicks a long left foot raking shot at goal, and it's through for a goal.
Good goal.
Well, Hoppers are not dead and buried yet. Good persistence there from the Hoppers.
Yeah, good goal from Cooper McKelvey. There we go, 13-minute mark, 9:11:65 to the Hoppers, 5:9:39.
Back to the centre of the ground. Peck and Ledson in the ruck. 13 minutes gone in this last quarter. Ledson taps this one forward. It's towed off the ground by Tom Sussay. Marked by Cooper McKelvey. Sends this long, looking for Redford on a big leave. Under this is Ben Walsh. But he takes a good, strong mark. Ben Walsh.
That's a good mark.
Saving mark there. Was all Redferns. Out wide to Nate Hamlin. Marks in front of the broadcasting box. Goes long, looking for his brother Seb, but it's cut off by Zach Lewis.
Starting to work himself in the game, Lewis.
Yes, he's had a few possessions this second half. He chips one short, finds Mitch Robertson. Run on the kiosk, kicks this one high, looking for Flynn Cook. He sits under this one. Chop of the arms there. No, it's out over the side. No, out of the full, is it? No,
yeah, way out the full. Aaron Proctor with the ball. Not much movement going on for him. Looking for Dan Foley. Nate Hamlin trips it up the ball there now. He's tackled strongly by McKelvey. The umpire will take the ball and ball it up. Umpire throws it up. Ledson taps it forward. Shark by Butterfield. Off to Tom Sassay. Tom Sassay drives it to the half-forward line for the Lions. There, looking to mark it is Powell. Powell swings around. Looks to pass it on to Krebs. It does the same thing, and a great...
Good vision by Powell. He could have blazed away there and had a shot, but he's spotted Connor Krebs there in that pocket. Right side for a left footer. Chance to reply for the Lions.
JT, you right? Yeah, he's looking to come off.
Krebs up. Pushes it to the left.
Another behind.
Jacko half forward. Grab up for JT.
Lions just can't put them away.
Taking the time to get this ball back from that end.
There's a lot of cars to look under, Ben.
Coonan with the ball at full back. Kicks it out, but Bernulis intercepts. Immediately plays on, short pass, and finds Butterfield.
Bullet-like pass, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Right onto his chest. And
oh, the cramping. There's a few people cramping up. Umpire's called time off. Should be in his distance now, but with muscle fatigue, you never know here. Butterfield strikes it well. Straight to the middle. That's his second.
I told him to chat with Kurt.
10-12-72 to Hoppers, 5-9-39.
So Benulis and Powell been good today, Ben. They showed their experience and.
Yep, you know they're going to be great additions to the Lions side this year.
Just goes to show that higher standard to play, along with Coolamans, Hodgson and Coonan.
Yeah, no, all the recruits look pretty sharp for both sides.
It's great to have those quality types of footballers come to the league. As the ball's tapped down there, gathered by Aaron Proctor out of the centre for the Lions. They push forward once again. Under this is Dan Foley. Almost takes the mark. Play on, says the umpire.
Benulis has been pinged for holding the ball. Coolman, drive it forward, then out to the outer wing, onto Macaulay. Macaulay's got 2-on-1, but he gets the handball out to Rudd. Rudd quickly moves it on, finds Mattingly. Long way out from goal, right on the outer wing. Mattingly steers it forward, looking for Redfern. And Redfern attempts to take the mark. Sport there now. Ball's on the ground there now. Picked up by Ben Walsh. Tackled, the ball comes out. Surely the umpire ball is up here now. No, it takes a while. Once the ball hits the deck there, both sides are pretty happy to lock it in.
Yeah, there's not much effort to get it out now.
Ball's thrown up there now. Peck taps it down. Proctor. Short little kick. Finds touch.
19 minutes gone in this last quarter. The Lions by 31 points.
Ball's thrown in there now to Peck and Legson. Peck taps it to himself. Can't pick it up. Handball's out. And it goes directly out. And we'll have another ball in.
Peck's been good in the ruck there for the Lions. He's done a fair bit of the rucking today.
Yeah, no, he's allowed Foley to go forward and be damaging. They seem to be working well together. They're still battling on. Martin with the ball there now. Yeah, we've had a minute of play over there and hasn't gone anywhere. Ball's up. Peck still competing hard.
Good tackle there from the Lions.
That looks high to Taylor. He'll take the free kick. Jake Taylor switches it inside to Walsh. Walsh will go to Burhop. Nice kick. On to Sasse. Nice kick again. On to Josh Walsh. And intercepted there.
Perrott takes the mark.
Showed some good signs, the young fella.
Yep.
Perrott drives it into the centre. Taken by Mitch King. King brings it out wide to McKelvey. McKelvey eyes up his options. Goes long. Wants a mark from Cook. Martin's there to clean up. So's Martin. No, I think they've butchered that and Coolman sneak a goal. I can't quite. Who kicked that ball?
Yeah, it may have been Clark, I think. Kicked it off the deck. Goal to Coolman. Their second of the quarter.
21-minute mark. It's the Lions 10-12-72 to the Hoppers 6-9-45.
Back to the centre of the ground. Peck and Ledson in the ruck. 22 minutes gone in this last quarter. Ledson taps that down into the path of Shannon Butterfield, though. He gathers it in. Gets a hand pass away. Gathered by Butterfield again. Gets one out wide looking for Sam Martin. He's got space here. He can run away from this contest. Gets one out wide to Jake Taylor. He plays on quickly. Long and low and finds Seb Hamlin there across half forward flank. Swings back inside on his left. Looking for Jack Sassay. No, Tom Sassay.
Tom Sassay.
I thought it might have been Jack pushing down to get a goal in his 100th, but his brother Tom's got the ball 50 metres out.
Jack's holding fort down at the back pocket. Tom's returning back from a nasty injury last year. Didn't play much football towards the end of the year.
Kicks on its way. It's going to fall short. It's out on the full actually, and Coolman will return this ball through Coonan. Looks to go wide to that scoreboard side. Kicks it long, but it's marked again by Tom Sassay. He'll send this back in. He's got Bernulis over the back. He can take a run and jump at it. It's gone out over the sideline again. It'll be a throw in.
22-minute mark here. Not much time left in this game today. How would both camps be happy with the result? Or not? Coolman wouldn't be happy with the result, but they're happy with their performance. I think they would be.
I think they would be, Ben. They'd be happy with their performance. The Lions be happy with a win and be thinking that they'll improve as they go forward. As Bernulis is wrapped up in a tackle. Play on, says the umpire. Kick forward by Tom Sassay. Gathered by Powell. He's grabbed in a chicken wing tackle there. Ball's gone clear, and it's a free kick to Mitch Robertson there.
There's a late call.
Out the side there to Clark. Looks for Mitch King. He's chop of the arms there. Free kick to Coolman across half back there. He'll look to move this quickly. Comes wide, looking for Zach Lewis, but great work there by Aaron Proctor to cut that one off. And there's a free kick there for, I don't know what for.
Either does Aaron.
Yeah. He smothered it and sent it back forward, and it's through from behind. Great desperation there from Aaron Proctor.
Not much time left in this game. Is that Moore bringing the ball in?
Yeah, Moore to bring it back in.
Looking for Ledson. Bernulis. Two Coolman fellas sport themselves there.
Charging through is Seb Emlyn. Handball's one out the back to Jackson Conley. Gathered by Coonan. His kick smothered. Gathered by Moore. He charges through, kicks this one high. Sitting under this one is Bernulis. Comes charging through there. Attempts to mark. Kicks this one high. Sitting under is Dan Foley. He can't mark out the back to Powell. But he has a shot. It's through for a behind.
Nearly the 25-minute mark of the last quarter. Moore brings it back in.
Wide. He's looking for...
intercepted by Jake Taylor now. And Jake Taylor hits up Tom Sassay. Tom Sassay short kick. Finds Powell. I think he'll have a shot from there. 35 out. Slight angle. There we go. Jack Powell to finish the game off with a shot at goal. In what would be a good debut game for the club, I would say.
Yeah, very much so, Ben. He's lining up for his...
There he goes.
Kicked it.
Kicks it. He's got 4 on the board for the day.
Yes, so he's a very dangerous player when he goes forward. He's proved that today for the Lions. Been very good. Been quite a few good contributors there today, Ben.
Yes, I'll just run through the goal kickers before we finish up. And yeah, Jack Powell's ended up with 4. Dan Foley got 4. Bernulis 2. And Shannon Butterfield chimed in with 2 too. And for Coolman, Mattingly was a kick 2. And singles to Macaulay, Hodges, McKelvey, and I think Clark, the last one off the ground. So, yeah, no, we talk about Coolman there for a minute. I think they would be happy with their performance. They tried hard for 4 quarters, and got a new young side in, 10 new players in the club. They're only going to get better, I'd say.
Yeah, they're going to trouble a few sides in the RFL this year if they play like they did today. That the pressure and the enthusiasm from their youngsters, and plus you know, a couple of those key recruits. They're going to be right in a lot of games.
Yeah, no, they've got some two quality players there for the boys from Sydney, and the ruckman he toiled all day.
Yeah, he never gave up. He gave them first use of the ball on occasions.
But, yeah, go and talk about the Lions there now, Drew. Do you want to give a spiel on them?
Yeah, no, the Lions, I think they'll be much better for the run. They gradually worked their way into the game. Slow start, but they continued on there after half time and were the better side. But they'll be, as I say, much better for the run. They've a few players there just haven't had a lot of footy leading up to this first round.
Well, they've only had one practice match. It probably showed there today, I'd say.
Yeah.
They probably could. They had another one scheduled, but it didn't quite work out. I think they probably needed another one. But anyway, they'll head to Narendra next week.
Yes, on the big expanses, Narendra, and say Jack Powell and Dan Foley were good. Benulis, Aaron Proctor, a lot of contributors there today.
Yep. I got for Coolman. I got their two recruits, Coonan and Hodgson, and I thought Alistair Clark got plenty of the ball too.
Yeah,
he might have nearly been their best player, and then Braden Glide looked busy, and some of the young fellas showed a bit. Rudd that was there, and Zach Lewis.
Yeah, young Parrott.
You know, he looked good, and yeah. Anyway, that's round one completed for the RFL.
Yes, so we'll be back here in a few weeks' time. We've got 3 away games, and we're returning in about a month's time. So don't forget to get your tickets in that car.
Yep.
A chance to win a RAV4.
Yeah, we'll just put that up on the screen there now again. If you enjoyed the game, want to support the club, take your phone over to the screen there and scan that QR code. That'll take you to the direct link to buy a ticket in the RAV4. $100 a ticket, and drawn in the end of October, 18th of October. Anyway, thanks very much for listening to the commentary, and thanks to the cameraman Bazzy. He's doing a great job.
Thanks again, and to Tammy on the assistant here. Catch you again next time.